This is like strictly for entertainment purposes. Like I don't even know KSI. KSI doesn't know me.
Stop the cap.
Open numbers, Jay.
No, you're good. We're good.
So what is good, everybody? Abrigoat here, and welcome back to another video. As you can see, I'm kind of prepared from the last video. That was a disaster. Do not watch it, but if you want to watch it, the card is right up here. Yes, the card is right up here. I'm actually putting in the work this time, so yeah, we know what to expect this video. Anyways, yeah, so the topic for today is KSI versus Jake Paul. Now this is a very taboo topic in the YouTube space because it's like, yeah, this is like a very taboo topic in the YouTube space because it's like, if you say that KSI is going to win, people are going to think you're delusional, and if you say Jake Paul is going to win, people are going to think that you're a Jake Paul fan and this, that. So there's literally like no winning in this situation. So I'm going to like set it right once and for all. So I present to you realistically predicting the KSI versus Jake Paul fight. So KSI tweeted this the other day. He was like, "You should fight. You should fight in your own card on the 27th of August." Yo, my KSI accent is very bad. My KSI impersonation is really bad. I'm sorry guys, but you bear with me. "You should fight on your own card in August. So we can see who sells the most PPZs. Especially since you might not even be fighting on the 13th anymore. LMAO. We can then see who has the real power." Laughing emoji, at Jake Paul. And then Jake Paul responded by saying, "You want to challenge me in everything except an actual fight. Clown emoji." So basically, KSI was telling Jake Paul to fight on his pay-per-view so that we can actually see who sells the most numbers, because KSI is supposed to fight in August as well. And you know, Jake Paul is always claiming that he's the numbers guy, he's A-side, this, that, he's faking pay-per-view streams. Well, not really, but he's saying that he sells this amount without actually putting it out there. That's like me telling you guys that I'm a millionaire, but with no evidence, bro. Like, how are you guys supposed to believe that? Like, I'm still dressing bummy as shit. I got on freaking cargos. Like, bro, a freaking durag with a hole on it. Like, bro, ain't no one believing that shit. So Jake Paul, you're gonna have to show some receipts or some shit. Anyways, this is not a Jake Paul roast video, but KSI was basically saying, let's see who got the most pull. I think he was implying that whoever sold the most would get to be A-side when they eventually fight. So yeah, I guess that's what he's saying. But Jake Paul stepped out of the challenge real quick. Jake Paul was like, "You wanna challenge me in everything except an actual fight." Keep it in mind, KSI challenged Jake Paul, and Jake Paul was not ready for the smoke. He had to train, he had to level up, he had to train for 3 years and then wait until KSI was inactive and then try to fight him. So that's completely out of line. So if you guys are familiar with like debates or anything, you would know that there's a term, like especially like versus battles, there's a term called power scaling. It's basically measuring the output of each of the candidates and comparing their feats per se. And it's not necessarily the more feats wins. It's like the greater that individual's feat is, the higher chance they have of winning, because it's like a prediction. Not because I say it's going to happen means it's going to happen. I mean, he could have a bad day. KSI could wake up and sneeze 3 times. Jake Paul could wake up and sneeze 3 times. So this is not a 100% this guy's gonna kick the other guy's ass. It's not that simple. This is just like a prediction of what is most likely going to happen, or what's supposed to happen. Okay, so the first question I have to ask myself is KSI capable of beating Tyron Woodley? As we know, Jake Paul fought Tyron Woodley for 2 consecutive fights. The first one ended up in I think Jake Paul won, but it was by split decision. It was a very hard fight for him. It went all 5 rounds, like no breaks, and Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley, like they were struggling in that ring to knock each other out, bro. Like that fight was something else. Like it was a good fight because we got to see like Jake Paul being pushed to the max. Like he was inside the ring, he was sweating. Oh, damn, sorry, but whenever I talk about Jake Paul, I end up coughing a lot. So Jake Paul, he was just like panting, he was steadily out of breath, and you know, all that other stuff. But he's actually withstood the test of time, and he got more hits in on Tyron Woodley. That was the first fight. The second fight was something else. Tyron Woodley came with a better game plan. Well, he was originally supposed to fight, Jake Paul was originally supposed to fight Tommy Fury, but Tommy Fury pulled out because of some injury. So yeah, Jake Paul had to end up fighting Tyron Woodley again, and Jake Paul really didn't want to fight him again. He really did not want to fight him again, bro, because he was like, you gotta get this tattooed on you, you gotta get I love Jake Paul tattooed on you, this, that. And when he got a tattoo, he was still hesitating. So Jake Paul definitely did not want to fight this guy again. But since Tommy Fury pulled out, he was like, you know what, he got to go through with it. He went through with the fight. But in the second fight, Jake Paul was kind of drained. Like his energy was down and all kinds of stuff. Like he wasn't really performing like how I expected him to perform. He got cut in the fight. He was bleeding, but still, he endured all the pain and he withstood the test of time. To my surprise, look at this real quick.
They break. Big swing by Woodley. Kim might be hurt. Woodley looking to finish. Oh, Tyron Woodley stops Dong Young Kim. That
Wrestling is top notch, working very hard to.
Oh, a big shot, looking to finish it right away. Haran just trying to survive. Big shot, ground and pound.
That's it.
And it is all over, just like that.
Yeah, he's a beast. He is a beast. And for Jake Paul to knock out someone like that, whether he is boxed or not, he still had a combat sports background. So yeah, that's kind of weird. His face hit the canvas like how my face hits my pillow every night. So the question that we have to ask ourselves now is KSI capable of beating Tyron Woodley? Let me answer that for you. Yes, KSI is a beast. Whatever KSI puts his mind to, he can achieve it, bro. And if Jake Paul was able to knock out Tyron Woodley, imagine what KSI would do to him, bro. Keep it in mind, KSI knocked out Logan Paul. Logan Paul isn't really that much of a threat either. I mean, for other YouTubers he would be, but KSI is just so good and so underrated that he knocked out Logan Paul, bro. Like, no cap. Anyways, I think I'm getting a bit carried away. As you guys can tell, I'm a KSI fan, yes, but I'm not biased. I promise you guys, I'm not biased. The final conclusion of this video, I do believe KSI can defeat Jake Paul if they fought. Currently, I don't think it would really go in KSI's favor. KSI would not get knocked out, but it would be very close. Like, it will be a decision battle because KSI's will is extremely strong. I don't think you guys know how strong this guy's will is, bro. Like, that Logan Paul fight proved everything. Like, he was not supposed to win that Logan Paul fight, but he went in and he beat all odds, bro. Like these guys were uploading every day. Get that through your mind. Every day for 365 days straight, not missing a single upload. Highly edited and not lazy sit down videos either. Like, they were actually going outside and recording like all freaking day, bro. Like, the amount of drive and willpower that took is extreme, and I can only assume that they're putting that energy into their training. So yeah, we're in for a really good fight if KSI and Jake Paul, when KSI and Jake Paul actually fight. But I do believe that KSI will come out successful and that's based off of my calculation. Tyron Woodley, KSI would body Tyron Woodley, KSI would body Ben Askren, KSI would body Gibb, and KSI would body Deji. So KSI would body all of Jake Paul's previous opponents, meaning that they are actually equal in strength, meaning that Jake Paul would not stand a chance against KSI. I'm sorry guys, that's math. That's mathematics. Like, don't argue with me, argue with the formula, bro. Like, it's not me. I don't make the rules here, guys. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules, but KSI wins. I'm very sorry to say it, but KSI wins, guys. Yeah, but so this has been Abrigoat. I'ma see you guys on the next video. Peace. Stay safe, stay positive, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'm out of here. Peace.
If you play, we might roll up and smoke on like a bell will stop. Cause it get shady and get shasty when you come from out that south. I'm a slimy ass young nigga, mama said, boy, watch your mouth. When I get Grammy back, they catch the plug and I say yes to drop. Lean a hoe and ain't one either. He get cold like he did.
So my drip group, bye. Yo, let me play that new KSI, bro. I'm just kidding.